Hello and welcome back to Flamey with Otters, alive! Now, I gotta tell you, this game...
Getting creepy around here.
It's because we're getting closer to the center.
Is that what it
We're
is?
heading in the right direction.
Well, I mean, I would hope you're heading in the right direction. Wait, Knuckles, are you telling me this whole time we've been going along without a map? How can you always be so certain that Sonic has the correct directions? He can be wrong every now and then. Okay, so are we supposed to homing attack on this wall? Alright, I guess so. Here we go. Okay. Alright then. Whoa, alright. I think we were supposed to smash through those, but we can just jump through them. Not a big deal. So, I've come to a realization. Because the past few weeks, I've been, like, sort of stretching to meet deadlines with this series. It always seems like I'll record something, and then suddenly, without warning, I realize that I've completely, like, used up all the time I had left to get something together for the weekend. And I think I'm realizing the reasons for that, and it is because... unlike, say, Sly 1 or Ratchet and Clank or whatever I used to play in the first year of the show, this game is not conducive to just like hour-long recording sessions, because every single episode of this show now, because this game is such a broken mess, and because I make such little progress every episode, for like such a long time. Okay, now see, that is on me, I guess. But whatever. I know, Tails, I know. But it seems to be that every time I think that, okay, this is going to be a 15-minute long episode, just the right amount of time. Each of these episodes is going to be 15 minutes long, and then I'll like move on with my day, and that's a month recorded, right? I suddenly come to the realization that because this game is so horrible and so broken that I end up using all the 15 minutes I have just trying to get through one section of a level. And I can't have 4 episodes of nothing but the same level. That's inconsequential and obnoxious. You don't want to see me failing for like 2 hours straight. But yet that's exactly what's happening. It is what is the okay, wait. Why is the camera so close in on Knuckles? Like, what is going on with the camera? That was kinda weird, but hopefully that's not a like... Alright. Let's just try to get through this one section. See, this is what I am talking about. Like, every single... Whoa. Oh, whoa. Hey, whoa. Hey, whoa. Whoa! What was that? Are you kidding me? What? Whoa. Hey, what the hell is going on with the camera? Like, that is not my doing. The camera is literally, like, going places it shouldn't be going. What the... Why are we close up? Why are we close up? I cannot tell what's happening on the screen. What? What the hell? Okay, so I've plugged in a new controller. So hopefully whatever issues is happening with the camera. Nope. Never mind. Now it's back here, and now it's up there. Whoa, okay, let's just, oh my god, this is even worse than what was happening before. I hate this game. I hate it so much. It's a piece of crap. And the fact that this Skater Bro Jack hack is, like, forcing me to play it is just compounding it even more. You don't know how much I want to be playing anything else. Anything else that isn't a broken mess that doesn't control like Complete Bottom. Just please. I want it to be over, and I know we're not even halfway done. We're not even halfway done with the Sonic story. Which, just like, let's clear that up right now. As of this point, I could not care less about even touching Team Dark or Rose or Chaotix or Team, like, Oblivion. I don't even care anymore. Where the hell are we supposed to be going? Oh, okay. Thank you for the indication of just one power sign. Thank God, a checkpoint. Well, at least now we're gonna be moving ahead slightly. And we don't have to keep doing the intro bit again and again and again. But,
We found it! Now, Knuckles, destroy that engine core!
What did we find, Sonic? The engine core? Okay, well... I feel, actually... I feel no... Okay, just please... Alright, thank you. I feel like no incentive to actually play as Sonic. That is the great, egregious crime of this game. It de-incentivizes you to play as Sonic. Because the minute you play as Sonic, game just breaks. Game just straight up breaks, never to return. Alright, we got another cannon section here. I don't know. Let's try the speed option. I mean, I know I said I don't want to play as Sonic, but I feel like it's the best option for what we're trying to do. Alright, so that brings us here, and then from here we end up back on the ground. Alright, Tails, come on, catch up with what's going on here. Camera angles, very cinematic, I guess, but like, okay, we're railing. Pardon me. At least we're back here at this train. I'm not gonna lie. I am running. My patience with this whole experience is running incredibly low right now. There is no other way around it. I have run out of, and we're going backwards now. We've run. If please move the right direction. Face the right way. Why is the camera spinning? Why are we going back again? What is happening here? Oh my God! This actually, why? I feel like I'm getting vertigo. What is going on with the camera? Why is the camera spinning around like this? What the actual living Christ on a bicycle is going on with the camera? I can't even explain it to you. When it comes time for me to record a new episode of this show, I get a physical negative reaction. Like the thought of doing more of this game, like, actually hurts my chest. Like, I get just, camera, please. If we could just fix that, if we could figure it out, for Lord Almighty's sake. But, like, I'm actually getting now, like, physically negative reactions to... What is happening with my controller? What is going on? Alright, so plug the old controller back in from before, because I don't know what was happening with the other one, but anything, even if it's broken, anything is better than that spinning vertigo nonsense that was happening with the other controller. And like, what do you do in the year 2019? What do you really do when you need to replace a PlayStation 2 controller, which is now 2 generations behind us, and maybe 3 if, you know, time is proving correct? But, like, what do you even do in that scenario? It's not like I can replace these controllers in, like, an easy way. Like, I would need to, A, find a retro game store, and B, hope that they have, like, working PlayStation 2 controllers that aren't busted. Because this one is no longer, it's just a mess. There's no other way around it. whatever is happening with this controller I'm using, or both of them, actually, they just don't work. Like, I feel like there's another problem with this show, is that the controllers that I'm using are all old and busted, and, like, because I'm playing relatively older games on this show, and because I'm not like, you know, I'm not like Egoraptor, I don't have a bunch of money in LA to spend on a bunch of retro equipment. I'm not soaking in the cash. You know, I don't have a team of agents, you know, backing me up to do a bunch of stuff. Like, I need to try to, okay, you know, let's just go with Tails. Because I think we just need to head upstairs. There we go. But, like, you know, I have to spend my money on things like rent and on food and on, you know, electricity and getting a job and things like that. I can't really, you know, waste a bunch of money on a show which pays no dividends. So, you know, in this scenario, like, yeah, the camera's busted because now it's doing the zoom in thing. Now it's doing the zoom in bit where I can't even, like, register what is happening in the game. Okay, so that's not correct. That's not what we want. So we want that blue, and there we go. That's what we're looking for. Real good puzzle. Real nice. You flip one switch over. Yeah, real classy puzzle right there. Oh, thank God, a checkpoint. Ugh. So I don't know. Equipment's just busted. Show will break down. All the stuff that this show needs to run it will never have it until this can become a sustainable source of living, and it's not. And God, please. Okay, am I just to ride the rail again? I know they got those little things there that are meant to kind of trip me up a bit, but like, okay, whatever. Let's just go down here. There's Tails. Okay, it's a fan. Gotta do that triangle. No, do not ricochet me off the level. That's a cheat, and you know it. It's like driving an old beat-down Jeep up a really steep mountain, and you know at any time that rusted old engine could just give out and you're heading backwards back down the road, and it's a crapshoot if you're gonna survive. Where is Tails? Tails! Get off the rail! You broken AI! No, don't move me backwards faster! Stop! What is going on? Put me in the right direction! God! It's so unpleasant. And not in like a funny ha-ha way. In a way that, like, when I know I have to record more episodes, I get viscerally unhappy. And I just think to myself, I want to do literally anything else with my life other than what is happening right now. And this is what is just happening. So, okay, we're on this platform now, and we need to, I assume, look for a switch to open this door up. Okay, well, alright, well, that robot is trapped Tails, and oh, okay, you're gonna do that? Well, I don't trust the controls well enough to really move fast on this. Yeah, no... No way, Sonic. I'm unbelieving of you. You telling me that we better be careful not to fall in this of all games. Well, I must say, I'm surprised at your insight. And that robot is just straight up, it's stealing Tails away. And we need to... Well, isn't that pleasant? He's gone forever, isn't he? No more Tails. And of course, we need Tails to vault over that fence to get the switch for the door. Yeah, great. So now I'm soft-locked. I'm soft-locked and I can't beat this level. So I just have to kill myself, don't I? Yep, Guess so. There's no other way around this. Tails is gone. It's all over now. Wow. Game of the year. Sonic the Hedgehog. Best game franchise in the world. Yeah. You better believe it. There is not a single way this is broken and busted and bad. Nope, can't even retry. Continue or quit. Continue or quit. Oh, Lord. Well, that's it. Might as well. Can I go back and do anything else? Is there another way around this? Nope. I don't think there is. Tails says, yep, there's nothing on this platform. Tails is gone. I can't do it. I'm soft locked in the game. The best games always soft lock you. All right, time to die. No, no. I think I'm gonna be sick. Okay, I think we're relatively back in where we left off before, I think, is the words I'm looking for. I have such strong feelings towards everything that happens in front of my eyes. And I can't even begin to feel like it matters. Because I honestly feel, and this is not a stop going the wrong way. I honestly feel like anything I say about this, anything I prove about how this game sucks, about how it's broken, about how it's got a horrible camera, about how its physics engine is dreadful, about how its characters are obnoxious, about how its plot line is stupid. None of it matters. None of it matters at all. Because
This must be the giant cannon control mechanism we saw before.
Hey, let's try firing that.
I can just do that!
Do it, Sonic.
What? You maniacs!
Here we go.
You blew it up!
Which way is the cannon facing?
Damn you!
All right.
God damn you all to hell!
All right.
But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because people eat this crapola up. And it's for the aesthetic. And I know it is. I know it's just aesthetic charm. That's all it...
I think my heart stopped.
My heart is stopping too, Knuckles! You're giving me a freaking heart attack! Ah! And I know it is. I know. I know it's aesthetic. It's purely that. Like, cause just... I'm gonna talk about this now. So there's a channel I've been watching. I don't want to say their name because I'm gonna be kind of throwing them under the bus here, and I don't want to do that because they're kind of a smaller channel. It's one thing if I throw the Game Grumps under the bus. They're set for a while. I'm not too beat up about that. But this is one of the like smaller channels that I think deserves a bigger break. But one thing, I was watching the person who was doing the it's like a Let's Play channel, but it does other stuff. I was watching this one person do a playthrough of Sonic Forces. And what struck me is that in terms of gameplay, in terms of actual gameplay, I could tell they weren't having fun with the game, right? But they were a Sonic fan, and like this, what'd you just say to me, Knuckles? or whatever. But like, just I could tell from their, from their commentary that they actually didn't think the game itself was great, but they still were enjoying it and saying that it was worth their time because of the aesthetic, because of the character custom. Like, they didn't even like the character customization and all that, but they liked the storyline and the characters, and that was about it. And I was just like, you gotta have more than that. To each their own, but I'm sorry, you got to have more than just characters and story to make a good game. There are games that have horrible stories and are very fun. And I'm looking at you, Mario Bros. And, there are games that have really intense stories and aren't that spectacular. I'm looking at you, like The Order 1882. Story is important for television and movies and, like things like that. That's what story is important for. But story in video games, that should be the icing on the cake. Because at their purest level, what video games should be is a game. That's not like a giant, wild, like revolutionary statement for me to make at all. That is not like, okay, I don't even like these bobsled bits. But that's not Tails. I want to do the Light Dash, Tails. Why are you stealing my pathway? Okay, but anyway. Like, I will maintain that. Story is like the most, like, inconsequential bit. What was that classic meme thing that Reggie said? If the game's not fun, why bother? That's what it's all about. Like, Square Enix is a big culprit of this. They make these, like, really intense, like, overwrought stories for their games. But then, like, don't make them that enjoyable of an experience. Or Quantum Dream, for instance. They, David Cage tries so hard to be a filmmaker with a video game. But, like, I don't even think his things qualify as games. They're, like, giant QuickTime events with these, like, hokey stories wrapped around them. I appreciate them in, like, an ironic way, in that I think they're so bad they're hilarious. Those are the kinds of games that I would, like, get drunk with friends and, like, have a good laugh at because they're just so hokey. But, like, I will never agree with the idea or the mindset that story is what makes a video game good. The gameplay and the physics and the controls are what make a video game good. If the story is good around a game that controls well, then that is what makes it, an iconic masterpiece. That's what makes it great. And, so Last of Us can have a strong story. Like Naughty Dog's games, they can have a strong story like the Uncharted series or like Last of Us. There's an example of a game, incredibly strong story, but the gameplay is dynamic enough that it makes the game work. Or Spider-Man on PS4 had one of the best Spider-Man stories in a long while. It kind of rivaled even some of the movies. But, what makes that game fun at its core is the gameplay, the dynamic feel you have of swinging around New York as Spidey, and how you have all different sort of, like, missions to do with, like, talking to civilians, with beating up Fisk enemies and dealing with the demons and all of that stuff, or doing stealth missions or things like that. There is such great dynamic gameplay in that game that makes it good, and then to have the strong story over top of it makes it like a fantastic, landmark of a genre, I would say. That's what makes it. The story is important in literally every other, but games are not intrinsically on their own storytelling experiences. They can be. They can absolutely be storytelling experiences if they want to be. But that should not be the only, thing you have. And that's all that Sonic has. And even then, it doesn't always seem to have it in the games. You know, I'll talk to people I know who are Sonic fans, or I'll even watch other people who are Sonic fans. And the terminology between them all is always the same. The games are hit and miss, but if you watch the animes, or if you read the comic books, and I'm like, look, if I want to read a comic book, I will read a comic book. If I want to watch an anime, I will watch an anime. But if I want to play a video game, I want to actually play a video game. I don't want to be just like playing some mediocre garbage just because well, I eat my words. But like, Tails, stop stealing my rings. But this is just so baseline mediocre trash, and it only like is sold. This is the same thing we talked about on Battle for Bikini Bottom. Battle for Bikini Bottom, on its own dynamic gameplay thing, not a good game. But you know why people remember it? Purely because of its charm and aesthetic. That's what I said in the like playthrough. I went back to that game and I went, it's shocking to me how this game could coast by purely based off of its like charm alone. And that's what this whole franchise does. The whole Sonic franchise just coasts along based purely off of its aesthetic charm. And people get sold in by the television shows and by the cartoons and by the comics. But they give such little credence to the fact that what Sonic is supposed to be at its baseline is a game franchise. And all of you getting suckered in, I mean, I'm sorry, I don't care how good they are. It's a sucker, like, you know, advertising franchise for a video game series, you know? That's what those are meant to be. There's no baseline. This is one of the times I will agree with Egoraptor, where there is no baseline inspiration behind the Sonic franchise. It exists to be competition for Mario, and everything it does in terms of its video games, the Mario franchise just is superior at. There's no other way around it. And I'm just like, my foot is asleep. I mean, like, let me put it this way, alright? Now, the Beatles made like 5 movies, and one of them, like A Hard Day's Night, gets lots of praise for being, I think Roger Ebert called it the Citizen Kane of the jukebox musical. Now, take that for what you will, like, but, you know, they made like A Hard Day's Night and Help, which were like pretty good 60s era movies, and Yellow Submarine, which was like this crazy, innovative piece of art animation. But for as good as their like movies can be, that's not what they are at their baseline, right? Like, the Beatles aren't going to be remembered as, you know, these like cinematic innovators, even if they did like pioneer the music video and all this other stuff, right? They aren't going to be remembered for their movies. They're going to be remembered for their music. Sonic the Hedgehog is a game franchise at its most like pure. Sonic the Hedgehog is a video game franchise, and it's going to be remembered for its video games, whether people like it or not. That's what it's going to be remembered for. Spider-Man is going to be remembered for his comics, less so his movies. I know that that's a debatable subject, but I will maintain that I think Spider-Man will be remembered for the actual comics and not the movies themselves. You know, like, that's what it's all about to me. It is less about, okay, just please, I want to get past this. You know, just please, God almighty. Alright, yeah, thank God. Finally made it past that bollocks. But that's what it is to me. It's like, you can tell me that the cartoons are great and the comic books are great or whatever, but it's so inconsequential when their reason for existing is such trash. It's so, like, meaningless in the face of why the Sonic the Hedgehog franchise is supposed to exist, which is the games. And, like, all of it, the anime, the comic books, whatever. Sorry, but that's, like, just frosting on what, like, the series is supposed to be. Same thing with, like, Star Wars. You know, you can tell me, oh, this animated series is great, or this book series was whatever. I don't care, because Star Wars is supposed to be a film franchise. You know, the Beatles were musicians. Sonic the Hedgehog is supposed to be a video game franchise. And if the video game franchise lacks in all the important places, hey, sorry folks, but guess what? Then the franchise at its most core essential, not that great. Just isn't. Because what are we here for at that point? What are we here for but to, like, all of that exists to advertise the games. And without that, then sorry, kids and all Sonic fans across the universe, but without the games giving it purpose and structure, series is meaningless, has no reason to exist. And the games are lousy. So, just sorry to, like, drop that bomb on you, but there you go. That's it. So I'm done with you know. And you know what really insults me more than anything else? Really more than anything else. Do not tell me it took me 8 minutes to get through that level when I've been here for almost 45 minutes. I've been here for an hour.
We can do better.
Quiet down, you child. Do not tell me we can do better. I have been here for 3/4 of an hour, and you tell me I can do better. Why don't you go take a long walk down the road, get me some milk, because I'm out. It's in my fridge and it's spoiled.
Sonic, look!
That thing's loaded with Eggman's weapon.
Knuckles, you walked over Tails' line.
Ready, all cannons! Open fire!
Okay, well, it's the Egg Albatross. So, basically, this is just another version of the eagle thing. And you can tell because the eagle is still attached to the top of the blimp. But as long as we just keep homing attacking, this will hopefully not be too much of a struggle. Now, I do believe I have to take on the wing. I don't think anything is accomplished by me taking on the front like this. I think I have to go and hit up the wings of the albatross, which I don't know why it's called an albatross. Looks nothing like an albatross. Looks more like a blimp to me. I guess because the eagle is smaller and the albatross is relatively big. I don't know. Let's just, okay, keep homing attacking in the air. Just gotta keep, okay, let's just keep hovering there for a bit. Well, that's gonna come over and trick you. Oh, nice try, random trains. But you couldn't fool me. Hey, I caught up with it. I actually outran it. Alright, I don't think that's really hidden anything there. I just gotta keep on attacking the wings. Oh, yep, there it goes. Oh, are we? Are we now? Now we just gotta take on his little blimpy boy there. Which I think is pretty much taking on... Yeah, we jump up from the side and then attack the propeller. It is monotonous. Alright, final bit. Final. Wait. Now, hang on just a second. You can't throw me into the abyss during a cutscene. That doesn't count. That's not a statement on my abilities. That's a statement on your broken game mechanic. Crud. It's all crud. Every bit of it is crud. Oh, garbage. Have you been to the cleaners yet, Sonic? Alright, well, I'm glad that we can do that and defy the laws of gravity. How does a homing attack work? Why does he have that? It doesn't make sense. You know, like, when Mario jumps on people, he doesn't, like, defy the laws of physics to do so. And don't tell me that's never a point in Sonic's favor, because screw you. I am not happy. I'm quite miffed right now. And, okay, so I guess I just have to make sure... Oh, is that what we do, Tails? Did you literally just tell me if you want brakes, switch to Tails? That is what you have just told me. Okay, well, I don't want to take you on when, I don't want to take you on when you're about to go over the laser ramp thing. Because then it's gonna be, yeah, like now that I know I can die in the cutscene, I might as well just wait this one out. No, okay, Tails is the brakes. Got the brakes. Okay, propeller.
Retreat!
Retreat! Cobra! Retreat! Okay. Oh.
That guy never gives up, does he?
Never gives up. He's retreating. I think that is, by very definition, him giving up and going, I was not prepared for this. So now we're just doing this boss fight again. Because, you know, it was such a hit the first time. You want to come back here, but mean? You want to come back and, not bug around with me? Alright, well, Knuckles got in a hit, hopefully. Alright, well, how is it the team members have good coordination and I do not? Alright, 13 hits. 13 hits. Just come on now. 10 more hits. 9 more hits. Yeah. Just make it. Whoa! Oh, walls! Return to the wall!
You'll pay for this!
Why don't your teeth move, Eggman?
Once again, you fools have been tricked.
It's a fake?
From
Well-
these canyons, watch as I conquer the world with my air fleet.
At least that explains the teeth.
Stop me.
Drat, a trap to stall for time.
You said drats in the... I'm noticing now that the subtitles are kind of not going with what the characters are actually saying.
All life form data.
Oh dear. Ugh, well, I guess Metal Sonic is the true villain here. I want to be done right now, so go ahead and hit the subscribe button, ding the bell to be notified about when new videos come out, smash the like button, share the video with your friends. On the screen you'll see more episodes of The Gaming Weekend and more episodes of Nick's Serenade of Caffeine. I'll see you all next time. Bye bye. I gotta go to bed.